Hey, check it out. Today we're going to play Fortune, Fame, and Glory. This is a print and play game by Joseph Mills featuring the art by the awesome Jason Glover, who did some really cool games like Dust Runner and such, and Iron Helm and Tin Helm. Great artwork. Love the artwork in this. So I made a little box for it. I've got a little crafty here. Made my own box for the Fortune, Fame, and Glory game. And not only that, I also created my own expansion for this game as well, which I'll show you. But let's take a look inside the box. See what we got here. All right, so there is the Fortune, Fame, Glory core rules. Okay, and then this is the Fortune, Fame, and Glory Dark One rules. This is the expansion I just mentioned that that I went ahead and did a bunch of house rules, and I made so many house rules I just decided to make it an expansion. I hope that's okay with Joseph. Anyways, let's take a look. So in here we've got some dice. Now with my expansion, you're going to need a few more dice than you would if you're just playing the core rules. Because the core rules, you just basically need a couple of d6s. The combat's very simple. You just roll your dice versus the enemy's dice and add up your modifiers. And if you hit them, and then you deduct a point. So with the Dark One rules expansion, it's going to be a little bit more, the combat is a little more dynamic. You'll see. We'll just play through it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I got a little dice bag here with some, you're going to need a few D20s. You're going to a few. So we're going to have 5 of one color and 5 of another color. Now, I know this might seem a little daunting to go, what? Why'd I have to buy all these D20s? It's not that bad, actually. If you go to your local hobby store, you can get a D20 out of like a little bin for $1.25 each. So for around, I don't know, 13, 14 bucks, you can get yourself 10 D20s. No big deal. But again, try to get 5 of one color and 5 of another color. So we got some blue, we got some orange, and then also you're going to want a D6 to see what encounters you're going to be encountering when you go through these cards. And then this is a three-sided dice, a D3, which you'll see how that works in a minute. So let's take a look at the box again. These are the cards. Okay, these specifically marked cards are your bosses and your character. So there's your character card, and we'll go through how that works in a bit. And these are the bosses that you'll be fighting against if you can make it to the boss. And there is the Dark One. That is the final boss of the Dark One rules expansion. So so these are the playing cards, which are these are your encounters. So as you go through the adventure, you will lay these cards out. Now the way the core rules work, you lay them out into like a map type this. You just lay the cards out like this, and so you'd start with the first card, and you can go up or down, diagonal, and work your way across each encounter until you get to the end, and then you play the last card, and then that is the end of that round. After 3 rounds, you fight a boss, if you're lucky enough to get that far before dying. So yeah, and again, these are the cards, these are the encounters, artwork by Jason Glover. Love this style. It's very, very cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that down. These are the markers that we use for the character card to mark our stats, our health and food and our attack modifiers and all that gold and all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead. We'll get the game set up and we'll get going, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, we're all set up here. We're ready to play Fortune, Fame, and Glory Dark One rules expansion. So you can set up the game like it is in the core rules, where it's the big map that's spread out and you work your way across, doing each encounter, trying to get to the end. That is certainly a way to do it. I actually have an alternate way to do it. It's kind of more like a storybook, like you go through the deck and you flip the cards up like you turn a page. If you have limited space, limited table space like I do here, this is a nice alternative, and I'll just go through it and start playing it, and you'll catch on. It's not that hard to grasp. What this is here, these are the 4 different encounter slots. After you do 4 encounters, which is a card is an encounter, after you've resolved the 4th card, you have to eat food to stay healthy and to stay alive, to survive. So let's go through the character card real quick. Speaking of food. All right, so you start out with 5 food. Okay. You have fate points down here. Fate points allow you to, you start with 2. You start with max. 2 is your max for fate. the fate points are kind of like luck points, where you can spend a fate point to change a die roll up or down by 2. And in the expansion rules and Darkwind rules expansion, you can actually use a fate point to add a d20 to your dice pool, or to re-roll a d20. Again, you'll see how this works as we go through it. Continuing with the character card, you can start with 10 gold. Okay, you will start at round 1. Okay, going through the whole deck, that's 1 round. So this is round 1. You don't start with any potions. You can have a max of 3, but right now we don't have any, so you have 0 potions. And your health is at max, which is 10. So you start at max health, and you're gonna need it. This is a pretty tough game. I've played it several times, and I've made it to the Dark One boss once, and I got him down to about a little less than half of his hit points, and didn't survive beyond that. But that was very exciting. Anyways, let's see how we do today. All right. So when you begin, you have to play the first card every time. You always play the first card and the last card, just like in the core rules. So let's take a look at the first card. First encounter is the Woodcutter Camp. All right. So what you do when you see an encounter, you roll a d6 to see what's going to happen in that encounter. So let's do that. Okay, 6. Usually if you roll higher, that's usually better. So look at that. We got a friendly welcome. We're going to get +2 health, +2 food. Excellent result. Our health is at maximum, so we can't go above that. But we'll take the food. So we're going to go up to 7 food. There we go. And that's it. So that's encounter 1. And now we're going to move to encounter 2. And here's where the D3 comes in. This is your movement. All right. If you don't have a D3, by the way, and a D3s can be kind of hard to come by, but they're really cool die. But if you don't have a D3, you can always roll, a D6 and just go a 1 and a 2 is 1, 3 and a 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3. Or you can just roll a 4-sider, and then just, if you roll a 4, to re-roll until you get a 1, 2, or 3. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and roll our movement, which is 1. Okay. So we go 1 card. That's our 1 movement, and this is our second encounter, so we move to the second encounter slot. This is an ambush. So we've been hit hard from behind. You might as well, it says you might still have a chance of getting out alive. So I don't have my glasses on, I can't read, I'm so blind. Okay, so we have to roll a d6 to find out who we're going to be fighting. So also be a great example of combat, so you can see how that works. Okay, so we rolled a 3. That means we are going to be fighting we're fighting two combatants. We're fighting 2 orcs. Okay? So 2 orcs. So what we're going to do now is we have to set up a tracker for the orcs' health before we begin combat. So the orcs each have 3 health, as you can see right here. 3 health. They have a +2 attack, and if we defeat them, we get 5 gold. So let's set up I got some other dice over here to set up the orcs' health. This will track their health. I'll put it right there on the card. Orc number 1, orc number 2, 3 and 3. All right. So I'm going to show you how combat works here now. In the Dark One rules expansion, you roll for initiative to see who goes first, and you will add your attack modifier to that initiative roll. I have a +3, and the orcs have a +2. So we got a little bit of advantage on there. However, there's 2 orcs. There's 2 of them. So 2 against 1. So they're actually going to get 2 dice. This will represent the orcs' initiative roll, and this would be ours. So they're going to get 2 d20s versus our 1 d20 to try to get that initiative. Let's see what we get. Yeah. Okay. Well, the 12 definitely beats our 2. The 1 doesn't matter. As long as one of them beats us, they got initiative. So the orcs are going to attack first. All right. So the way that works is you take a look at what their attack stat is, and the orc is a +2 attack, right? So we're going to take 2 d20s because their attack is +2. So we'll just roll d20 to see what their attack is. Now, orc number 1 got a 19 and a 4. There is a dice removal phase. Every time you roll a dice pool, you're going to take a look at the opponent's health stat. And depending on what that is, you're going to be removing dice out of that pool. So I have a 10 health. So that means that this 4 is just going to go away. It doesn't do anything. So that is gone. And what you do with what's left over, and the 19 is a good number, we're going to stage that. Okay, there's a dice staging area. So that's the attacker die being staged. for orc number 1. Orc number 2, let's roll for him. Same thing. He's got a +2, so he gets 2d20s. Okay, so he rolled a 1. Now, anytime you're rolling in a dice pool, not counting initiative, but when you're rolling in a dice pool, you roll a natural 1. That that's gonna what happens is the natural 1 rule, which means you pull out the other die that is the next lowest die. So that means, unfortunately for this guy, that's going to pull that one's going to pull that 18 out of the pool, and so there's no attack slot for that. When you're attacker, you're trying to create attack slots for the defender to defend against. Now it's our turn to defend. These will represent us, the hero, and we have a health of 10. We're not going to roll 10 d20s. The max you can roll for any dice pool is going to be 5 d20s, 5 d20s for whatever dice pool you're rolling. So this is our defending dice pool. So we can roll our max of 5 because we have a 10 health. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so now there's the dice removal phase. The orcs have a combined health between the two of them of 6. So anything that's 6 or lower gets pulled out of this dice pool. So the 4 obviously is not going to cut it. The 7 is just barely going to make it. Probably won't need it, but um, yeah, because we have a lot of defending dice, but only the highest one's going to count in this scenario for defense. So you'd stage the dice like this. Okay, highest to the left, so left to right, highest to lowest. And this is what we're looking at. So the orcs have a 19, we have a 17. Obviously, the hero that's a lower number, so the hero is going to take 1 damage. So we mark that on our character sheet. Just drop the little marker down to 9, and that is now our health. Okay, now it's our turn to attack. So gather up some dice. Our attack is +3. And we have a 3 attack right there. It says on our character sheet. That's what you start with. So we take 3 d20s, roll them up. Oh no. Okay, so we have a 1 here. That's a 1 on this die. It's a cool Star Trek die, which is cool but bad for this roll because now we have to pull out the next lowest die out of the pool because it's a natural 1. So that pulls the 13 out. So all we have now is a 15 to attack with. So we have 1 attack slot, which is not great. So now the orcs get a chance to defend. So the first orc, he has a health of 3. Orc number 1, so he's going to roll his 3 defending dice. Okay, the 4 is going to come out. Remember now, anything that's 9 or lower comes out of this pool because our health is now at 9. So that 4 comes out. He's going to get the 19 is going to stick, and the 13 for defense. Obviously, that's going to defend. So we did not hit the orc, and there's no point in rolling for the second orc because we have no more attack slots. So the second orc automatically defends. So we did not hit them successfully. All right, now the initiative goes back to the orcs. So orc number 1, he will attack. He's got a d20, 2d20, excuse me. Okay, so the 9 and the 3, that's if it's the same or lower than our health, those dice come out. So both those go out. So that was a terrible attack by that orc. Orc number 2, he's the same thing. He's a 2 attack right there on the sheet, 2 attack. He rolled a 13 and a 5. The 5 is going to come out because it is less than 9. His 9 less, but the 13 will stick. So put 13 up there for his attack slot. Now it's our turn to defend. We get 5d20 for our defense. And that die is a little bit cocked, so let's re-roll it. Actually, we don't need to because it's a 19 anyway. So because 18 is going to be good enough. That's all we needed to defend against that. Okay. Our turn to attack. We have a +3 attack. So we take our 3d20s. And come on, roll something good. Okay, we got anything that's 6 or lower comes out. Everything's above 6, so that's pretty good. We'll see if we can make some lemonade out of these lemons here. Okay, so there's our attack slots, 1, 2, and 3. And now the first orc will defend. He's got 3 health. Come on, we gotta hit somebody here. What does he got? What does he got? The 7's gonna come out because our health is 9. He's got a 16 and a 13. Ugh, okay, these orcs are tough, man. So they both defend both those from those hits. But take a look at this. We have a third slot right here that is undefended. So he actually is going to take 1 damage because that's one slot that he cannot come up with for defense. So we mark our orc number 2 with a -1 for his health. So now he has 2. And then the second orc will auto defend. There's no more slots because these are all expended now. Once that's used for that against the first orc, the second orc he is standing behind the first one or something, so he's fine. So he defends. Okay, now it is the orc's turn to fight, to attack. So orc number 1. Oh my gosh, a 5 and a 1. So yeah, not so good. So that was a swing and a miss. Orc number 2. Oh, he did much better. He got a 19 and a 13. Okay. So we stage those 19s and stage the 19 and the 13. We got our max defend die here for the hero. 5d20s. Come on. Oh my gosh. Whew. Natural 1. It's going to pull the next lowest die out, which is the 2. Boo. And anything that's now 5 or lower would come out. But everything's above 5, so okay. Boom, we stage our 2 highest, or all our dice, left to right, highest to lowest. And look at that. Boom, boom. We take 2 more hits. My goodness. We're not doing so good here. These are the orcs attacking us. We take 2 more. 1, 2. We're down to 7 health already. This is not going so well for us, for our hero. Man, okay, well, let's see if we can come back with something. Our turn to attack. Attack pool. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. We got a couple of 15s and an 8. All right, cool. The orc number 1 will defend, and he's got 2 health now, so he's going to get 2 d20s to defend. Okay. Yep. So the 10 is going to stay. The 4 is going to come out because our health is at 7. So anything 7 or below comes out for these guys. So he puts down the 10, and boom, look at that. We got him. So the 15 beats the 10, so that's 1 damage. And then the 15 beats 0. There's no dice there or die there. So that's 2 hits. So he's only got 2 hit points. So this orc is dead. So we take his marker off, and we take out the expended die. Now I still have 1 attack slot left. So orc number 2, who's still alive, he's kind of been letting his buddy carry the weight here. Now he's got to step up, so he's going to have to defend, and he's got his 3. Okay, all right. The 2 is definitely coming out. The 8 is going to stick because our health is 7, so 8 is above that, so that's actually going to stay, and then 15 obviously is going to stay. So orc number 2 does defend against us because his 15 beats our 8. All right. Now the remaining orc will now get his turn. He's going to attack us. He's got 2 to attack. Oh wow, yeah, that's terrible. So 1 and 10. So because he rolled a natural 1, that 10 is going to come out. That's the next lowest die. It's the only die on there. So we don't have to roll a defense or defending dice pool because yeah, he did terrible. So nothing was staged. Now it's our turn. Let's get him. All right. So we got 3 attack plus 3 attack. So the 4 is actually going to stick because his health is 3 now. So we're going to go 18, 12, and 4. All those are going to stick. So this is looking pretty good for us. He does, however, get his 3 defense dice. Excuse me. He's going to roll those and see what he can do here. The 5 is going to come out. The other numbers are going to stick. So he put highest from left to right, 12 and 10. Well, it looks like we got him finally. So the 18 beats the 12 beats the 10, and 4 beats 0. So that's 3 hits of damage, and he's only got 3 hit points. So that orc is dead. All right, we got him. Cool. So that's how combat works, and that was against multiple opponents. So we definitely had a little bit of a job here, a little bit of work cut out for us on that particular encounter. So now the aftermath. So we've got the orcs that took them out. We're going to get 5 gold. So on your sheet, character sheet, we'll mark it up. Boom, 5. So we started with 10. Now we have 15 total. And there's also a scoring system with the Dark One rules, which is kind of fun because it's really hard to outright beat the game, win the game. Which in this game you have to fight a total of 3 bosses. The Dark One being the final and the toughest boss. If you don't defeat him, then you lose the game. But we can keep a score. I have a score system we can keep to then at least if you don't make it to the dark one, you can try to beat your previous score, which is kind of cool. So what you can do, you can put on a piece of paper, pen paper, pencil paper, whatever. You can track it that way, or I like to use dice. So I'm going to use percentage dice to track that. So what this means is, what am I doing? There we go. So per enemy, and this is, by the way, all the rules for the Dark One expansion and the core rules I'll put in the link in the description, which will explain how all this stuff works. But the scoring system, you will get 2 points for every enemy you defeat. So that's going to give us 4 points right now. 4 points total we have on the board. Yay. Okay, and now that is that. So we move on. Let's move on to the next encounter. We got our movement die. Let's go ahead and roll that. Another big fat 1. So we go 1 and we move our encounter tracker to 3. Oh, look at that. Cool. We got a potion. This is great. A healing potion. So what that will allow you to do is you could drink it right now and it will heal 5 health, or you can drink it later at any time as a free action and it will heal 5 health. We're down 4, so I don't want to drink this yet because I'd want to be able to get the full benefit of all 5 health. So let's go ahead and mark our character card. We'll put a little marker over the 1. So now we have 1 potion in our inventory. Very cool. And there's no point in rolling this die because it's just an automatic thing. Okay, let's move on. Next encounter. Oh man, I keep rolling 1s. So this is our 4th encounter. Boom. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. Okay, this is the Dagger of Runes card. Let's roll our d6 and see what we get here. Come on, something good. Oh, yes. All right, we got a 5. All right, so with a 5 says you get better with your weapons. You get a +1 attack. That is huge. You definitely want to get your attack modifier bonus up as high as you can. 5 is the highest, so let's bump that up to 4 now. Thank you very much. So what that means is now when we attack our enemies, we're going to get 4 attack dice when we roll for our attacking dice pool. That is awesome. That is great. Okay. Oh, also now, so it's the end of we just resolved our 4th encounter. That means you have to eat food. Now, with the Dark One Rules expansion, you have the option. I like to give choices to the player. So what I can do, whenever it's time for you to eat food, based off this rule of you finish your 4th encounter, you can technically, you have the ability to consume 3 food total, and you will be able to gain yourself 1 health point. If you want, it's an option. Otherwise, you still have to, no matter what, have to eat 1. So let's go ahead and eat 1, 2, 3, give ourselves a little health boost, a little health bonus there. It's always nice. So yeah, cool. Let's move on. Maybe we'll roll something other than a 1 now, please. Oh my God. It's a 1. So we're back to 1. Encounter number 1. It's a lot of fun. Okay, this is a wildsman. Who goes there? So we're going to try to sneak by the wildsman if we can. We roll a d6. 1 to 2, we're spotted, or 3 through 6, we're not noticed. And we rolled a 1. Combat time. Okay, we're getting in a fight. All right, so let's go ahead and mark up the wildsman's health using a die. God, I keep saying die and dice and getting it mixed up. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. Okay, so he's going to get 4 health. And we will now roll for initiative. One of him, one of us. This is him. This is us, the hero. Here we go. We do add our modifiers to this. Looks like I won't need it, though. We got a 19 versus 13, so we're going to attack first. Let's do this. Now we got an attack of 4. So we get 4 attack dice for our dice pool. Get him. Get him. Okay. He has a health of 4, so anything 4 or below would be removed. But nope, everything is above 4. That's a 16, 8, 7, 6. So we stage these puppies out there. The fact that we have 4 attack slots is pretty darn good. Maybe we can make something happen with this. So here we go. So he's got 4 health, so he's going to get 4 defending dice to roll. Oh boy, he rolled terrible. So the natural 1 rule is going to pull out the next lowest die that comes out. The 6 is also going to come out because we have a health of 8. So anything 8 or lower comes out. That comes out. Oh boy. And he's only got a 10 that he can stage for defense. And looks like he is cleaned out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 4 hits right there, 4 damage. He's gone. So we made quick work of the Wildsman. So that means we're going to get 2 points. We got 6 points now, and we get 2 gold. Boy, he's rich. And now we're rich. Sorry, I bumped my card there. Okay, so that is the end of the Wildsman. So we're going to move on. Can we roll something other than a 1 for our movement? Yes, look at that, 3. Okay, so now that means we go 1, 2, second encounter 3. Barbarians. We've come to discover a pack of barbarians from the northern hills. They're known to be somewhat dangerous, so let's roll to see if they're going to be friendly to us or not. Roll a d6. Oh, yeah, they're very friendly, in fact. Roll a 6. They're friendly that they give us 2 food. We'll take that. Thank you. Nice. Okay, rolling movement. This would be, that's a cocked die there. 3 again. Okay, now we're banging them out. So we're going to move that here for, this will be a third encounter. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got to fight. Okay, monster attacks. Let's do this. Roll it up. See who we taking on. 6. It's going to be a ghoul. Okay, the ghoul has 4 health. Let's mark it. He's got a +2 attack, and then when we defeat him, we'll get 10 gold. All right, let's do it. Roll for initiative. We're blue. And we got it. Cool. All right, so we're going to attack first. We got our 4 attack. Hopefully this is starting to make sense the way the combat works. Okay, the natural 1 pulls that 4 out. We're going to stage the 15 and 12. Okay, the ghoul has, what does he got? 4 health, duh. And so he's going to get 4 defending dice. Ooh, wow, he's got a natural 20. Oh my gosh. Okay, but let's go ahead and pull out the stuff we're going to pull out, dice that come out. So the 2 and the 6 come out because it's 8 or below. Those come out, but man, the ghoul is in good shape right here. So when you roll a natural 20, that counts as 2 successes. So what that means is when we stage the die up here, I'm going to stage the 20 and the 12, the 20 actually is going to expend these 2 attack slots and will defend against these 2 attack slots. So it counts as 2. So the 12 is kind of inconsequential in this exact example. So that means the ghoul has defended and defended well, and it's now his turn to attack. So the ghoul has a 2 attack, as noted on the sheet. Okay. Ooh, man, this is a tough guy here. He's got a 19 and a 16. Yeah. All right. Let's roll our 5d20s for a defense. Oh, look at that. No, it's our turn. Heck yeah. Yeah, it looks like all the dice are going to stick, but it doesn't really matter because the 20, just a natural 20, is going to defend against these guys, which now brings up another rule for Dark One Rules expansion. And that means it's the if there's a round of combat that happens and no one has hit anybody, then you do it what's called a roll off. So we each roll 1d20. Highest number wins, and also add your attack modifiers. So, oh yeah, so we got a 17. So yeah, we're over 20. We got 21. So that means we deal him 1 point of damage, and then you re-roll for initiative anytime there's a roll off. So let's do that. Rolling for initiative, and we got it again. Okay, sweet. Now we're gonna attack with our 4 die. We have our 4 attack. Oh my gosh, what? Oh boy, that's pretty pathetic. Jeez. Okay, so the 1 is gonna pull the 2 out. The 6 and the 5 are gonna stick because he's got a 3 health. Okay, so he's gonna defend with his 3 health. Here we go. Yeah, that's kind of cocked. Let's see what that is. Yeah, didn't really matter. I mean, I think it was either way, same result. So it's going to defend. So it'd be a 19 and a 17. They're gonna defend against our pathetic attempt of an attack there. Okay, so it's his turn to attack, and the ghoul again has a 2 attack, 2d20. Oh my gosh, he got a natural 1. So that's going to pull the 14 out. So he gets nothing. So that means we auto defend our turn to attack. Actually, I think that's a. Wait, is that a roll off? I think that's a roll off, isn't it? We attacked, didn't hit, and he. Yeah, that's a roll off. Okay, here we go. Once again, roll off alert. Oh man, he got us that time. So we're gonna take 1 damage. 17 definitely beats the 3, even with our modifiers. And then we re-roll for initiative. And he got initiative. Okay. Little shift in momentum here. He's got his 2 attack. This is the ghoul attacking. 18 and 11. Pretty good numbers there. We're going to get our 5 d20 to defend. What do we got? What do we got? All right. We got a 19. Yes. And a 17. That's good. Pretty good. So we defended. Now it's our turn to attack. We attack with our 4. And yeah, all these numbers are going to stick because his health is 3. The lowest number die that we rolled was a 4. So wow, all these are going to stick. Boom, 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 boom. And wow, okay, he's got 3 to defend with. He's going to need some help with some like a natural 20. And no, not so much. I mean, did okay, but actually no, he didn't do very good at all. So you put the 15 and the 8. That's going to be boom, 4 hits. That's 1 extra. Or whip the dead horse there. So he is dead. Out of there. So the ghoul will net us 10 gold. Bump it up on our character card, and we get 2 points. 2 points. All right. Cool. And then we move on. So we're going to be going to encounter number 4. Movement die 1. Back to the 1s. And oh, it's the wizard. Okay, cool. Now sometimes you can pick up companions that will travel with you through this adventure, and that can be fun. So if I roll a 5 or 6 for the next 3 cards, the wizard will join us. However, if we roll poorly, he will attack us. He will be hostile towards us. Let's see what happens. Up to the d6. Oh, okay, 4. Okay, so the 4 is kind of in the middle ground. He just ignores us. If you roll a 3 or a 4, the wizard ignores you. So that's fine. Okay, no harm, no foul. See you, dude. And that is the end of the 4th encounter. So we have to eat. Do we want to eat 3 and gain 1? I think so. 1, 2, 3, which means we get to gain a health point. We have to eat at least 1 no matter what, as per the core rules. So might as well get a little benefit, eat a little bit extra food, and gain a health point. Okay. Moving on. We're still in round 1. Movement die is cacked. There we go. Okay, 3. Cool. Going back to 1 here. 1, 2, 3. Hey, there's a warrior. This is another potential companion that can join us and help us in this adventure, or be angry and then fight us. So let's roll good. Roll good. 4. Again, that's kind of the medium. The warrior will let us pass. Thank you. Appreciate that. And we're going to move on. Rolling movement die. 1. Foraging the woods. Foraging the woods is a resourceful way to gather food. Hopefully you don't pick anything poisonous. Let's see. 5. That should be a good number. Yeah, you find wild onions, so we get +2 food. Excellent. We can always use that. Excellent. Okay, moving on. 3. Sweet. Healthy 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Peaceful Vale. It's a nice place to rest. Maybe recoup a little health, maybe? We'll see. The Peaceful Vale. How peaceful is it? Ooh, not so great. Actually, I guess it's not too bad. Even a 1 is good on this card. So you find a good spot to camp, and we get 1 health. Awesome. So we're up to 9 now. Very good, very good. Okay, moving. 3. 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th encounter. It's going to be a fight. Hidden danger. You've wandered into dangerous territory without warning. You are attacked. Oh, news. Who are we taking on here? Hobgoblin. We're taking on a hobgoblin who's got 3 health, 1 attack, and when we defeat him, we'll get 5 gold. So that will represent the hobgoblin's health, which is 3. And we're going to roll for initiative. And we did not get initiative. Not even close. So the hobgoblin will attack us first. They have only a. Wait, I thought that was a 1. No, it's a 2. He's got a 2 attack. Okay. 2 attack. Ooh, the 2 is not going to do him any good. We're going to pull that out of there. And stage the 16. We have our 5 defending die. Oh boy. Let's see. So the 2 comes out. Ooh, look at that. We got a natural 20. So that's going to be good. We'll just go ahead and stop there. So we defend. Okay. Now it's our turn to attack. We have a 4 attack. So we roll 4 d20s. Okay. 19. The 3 is going to come out because he's got a health of 3. So that comes out. That's all right. 19, 14, and an 8. All right. So he's got 3 health. So he's going to get 3 d20s to defend. Oh boy. Wow. Look at that. Jeez. He's got a natural 20. Okay. Yep. That's another defend. So that's going to basically expend those 2 attack slots. And then the 15 is going to easily defend against an 8. So we have roll off alert, roll off. Let's do it. There we go. That's kind of cocked. Let's re-roll that for the. Oh my gosh! Can we just say that the 3 counted? Oh boy! All right. Well, it is what it is. We take 1 for the team, and re-roll for initiative. Oh wow, that's a 20 by the way. It's a funky little emblem there. It means it's a 20. So that means the hobgoblin is going to attack, and he's got this 2. Okay, here we go. The 7 is going to come out of there because we have a health of 8. So the 7 comes out, stage the 12. And we got our 5 defending dice. Okay, not the best roll, but the 14. Thank goodness, just sheer numbers game there. We defend against that. So now it's our turn to attack. Our turn to attack. And if we don't hit him, it's going to be another roll off. So let's just hit him. Let's just wipe this guy off the map. Oh boy, not with these numbers. Good grief. So the 1 and the 3, 1 pulls the 3 out, an 11 and an 8. Oh boy, we might have another roll off here. Let's see. He's gonna get 3 defending die. Ooh, wow. No, gosh, that is god awful. So the 2s are gonna come out because our health is 8. The 9 will stick, but it's not gonna be good enough because our 11 beats the 9 and our 8 beats the 0. So that's 2 damage to this poor soul. He's got 1 hit point left, and it is now his turn to attack. His attack is still the same. His attack is 2. So he gets 2 d20. And yeah, 18 and 9. They're both going to stay. 2 attack slots. We got our 5 defending dice. And ooh, that looks pretty good. 19's good. And 17's good. 16. You take your pick. Any of those 3 would work. So yeah. So that's a defend. Excellent. Let's finish this guy off. Okay, that's a cock die right there. Okay, 14, 12, 12, and 10. Even the 2 is gonna get staged because he's only got 1 health. Oh boy, yeah, he's toasted. There's literally no way he can defend. He has his minimum defense dice pool is going to be 2 d20s, but even if he rolls 2 natural 20s, there's still going to be an extra slot. So he's gone. We'll just go roll for him just for funsies. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You are cooked. So that would technically defend. And that would be gone because we have an 8 of health. So yeah, 4 times. Yeah, he's dead, like triple dead. Super dead. Okay. So the hobgoblin has been taken out, and we're gonna get 5 gold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We now have 32 total gold in our possession. Excellent. And we've just ended the 4th encounter. So that means we gotta eat some food. Let's just go ahead and do the normal, do the 1 food, and call that good, and move on. Oh, we also get points, by the way, for defeating that Hobgoblins. We got 10 points. There we go. That's not 100, that's 10. That's the way percentile die work. So that's 10. We have 10 points. And we're going to move on. Movement die. See these dice dressed over here. Dressed for success. Okay, 2. 1, 2. Oops. Oh, we're at gone to the butcher, the meat monger. Let's see if we can get something decent, something good to eat. Oh, 6, that's probably good. 6 means the merchant gives you meat. We get a +2 food, excellent. We'll take that, cool. We're getting near the end of this round here. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's do it. That is unfortunately cocked die. There we go, we got 3 anyways, okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, below the city. All right, so in the city, we're below the city right now. We're in the sewers. There's a crocodile that lurks there, so we have to roll a d6 to see if we can sneak past him. We need a 3 or higher to do that. Yep, we just barely get by that crocodile. Now, there is a bribing mechanic in the Dark One Rules expansion, and you can bribe certain creatures or enemies. For the crocodile specifically, you can bribe him by giving up 3 food. You're basically throwing food to the crocodile, and you can pass without having to fight him. And you can fight him if you want; it's an option. But usually I just kind of throw him if I can afford it. I just throw the crocodile food if I have to fight him, because you get no gold for defeating the crocodile. You do get points. You get 2 points if you decide to, or if you have to fight the crocodile. But yeah, anyways, we got past him. He didn't see us. Now there's no point in rolling the movement die because there's only 1 card left. So let's just see what it is. Last card, this will be our 3rd encounter. We're giants from the hills, kind of a similar scenario. There's some lurking giants. We're sneaking around them hills, and if we can roll 3 or higher, we do not see them. Oh, nope, we rolled a 2. So that means we've been seen. Now, again, going back to the bribing mechanic, I could potentially bribe these giants, and according to, I have to roll, actually see which giant we encounter. A 2, okay. We would encounter the Etten, who has a 7 health, +3 attack, 10 gold. The way the bribing mechanic works for enemies is you take whatever their attack modifier is, so his is a 3, and if you multiply that by 10, and if you can afford it, you can pay them gold. So I actually could afford it if I wanted to. I've got 32 gold. I could just give up 30 gold and then not fight this guy. Do I want to do that? I don't know. If I do that, then I can just end this round and we can go to round 2. So, you know what? Let's just show you what it's like. Let's do it. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Later dude. We give him 30 gold, so now we have 2 gold left over to take, and he didn't empty us our pockets completely. So we bribed the giant. We're out of there. End of the round. Now what's going to happen now that it's the end of the round with the Dark One Rules expansion, you get points for ending a round. So for round 1, for example, for ending any round, you get 3 points. So I'm going to add 3 to my score. Now I've got 13 total. And also at the end of round 1, you're allowed to gain 1 resource of your choice, and that would be either a health, 5 gold, or a food. Those are your options. I'm going to go with health. I'll take a health. I'm pretty good on food, so I'll take that 9. I got my points. I got that. Then we shuffle the deck and move on to round number 2. Don't forget to move our marker up to round number 2. And so I think I'll save round 2 for another video. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough and you are kind of hip with how the Dark One Rules expansion works and the way the combat works. Again, I'll have the description for the rules, for both the core rules and the Dark One Rules expansion in the comments section or in the description section. Yeah, if you have any questions, you can, of course, just go ahead and leave me a comment. And yeah, let's again, I'll go and stop the video here. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch the next round, I'll do that and post it up.